Welcome, my conscious family. In this video, I am going to explain to you how you can shift your current situation that you're going through. There is this thing that it's happening, the circumstances are bad, you don't like what you're going through, but you can shift your mindset from feeling like a victim, feeling like there is no way out, to actually victory and feeling like a winner. So this is what we are going to talk about, and as well I'm going to give you 5 beliefs that every winner has. And before I dive deeper into this topic, of course, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel because I post mostly daily videos, and also I post about spiritual awakening, manifestation, intuition, how you can shift your perspective, your mindset, and consciously create your experiences here on earth. By raising your awareness, by raising your consciousness, you're helping the humanity. So this is my mission. If you want to contribute, if you want to be a part of the conscious family, welcome to join. I'm so happy to have you guys here which are back to my channel. Okay, now that we get this out of the way, let's dive deeper into the topic. As you always know, I really like to share my own experience, and as someone who has been feeling like a victim for majority of my life, I really know how it feels. So I know why you are staying in this level of consciousness, and maybe it's sometimes hard to shift. I will not say that I always feel like a winner and I never feel like a victim, because that would be a lie. There are some situations and sometimes that I do tend to feel like I am a victim, but how I reprogram my mind and the mind of my clients is to immediately shift and change the perspective. Perspective is everything. The perspective you have about the situation is directly connected to the outcome. So the situation is itself is neutral, and this is something I talk about all the time. Every situation in itself is neutral. The way you see things and the way you perceive yourself when it comes to these things that you're going through is gonna determine what is gonna be the outcome. So it is okay that when something happens, you feel angry, you feel sad, you feel like, why is this happening to me? That's perfectly fine. We are humans, that's perfectly fine. But what you're going to do next is going to determine how the situation will shift for you. If you choose, and for a reason I say choose, to stay in the victim mentality and just be angry and angry and angry and feeling like a victim, you're going to just attract and experience more of the circumstances where you're going to feel the same way. But if you choose to feel like a winner and change your perspective about the situation that you're going through, you are going to end up winning. You are going to get a reward. The situation itself is going to change to accommodate your inner change. Write down in the comments, I choose to be a winner in every situation. I choose to be a winner in every situation. So, what I have experienced in my life and recently is that you don't need to identify with your thoughts. You see, it's just a pattern. Everything is a pattern. We humans live in patterns, in cycles. You can be the observer. You can observe the thoughts, the worry, but you don't need to identify with it. So, again, you don't need to worry that you are worrying and say something like, because this is also common, oh, I'm going to manifest now this thing that I'm worrying about. No, you're not. You don't need to identify with the worry. You can just observe the thoughts and you can say, okay, I understand why I have these thoughts, because this is a pattern I learned. This is the way of thinking I learned from my parents, from my family. Everybody, told me I should be worried in these circumstances and these situations. Slowly, you can start, having, as Abraham says, like, find a better feeling thought. So maybe right now you cannot jump from I feel hopeless to I feel so faithful that everything is going to work out, because it's such a huge jump. But you can choose a better feeling thought. So what if instead of feeling hopelessness, you can say, okay, maybe, just maybe, this is not how I perceived it. Maybe, just maybe, the story I have in my mind is actually not real, or maybe, just maybe, I am the creator of my experience and I can consciously choose to try to have a thought: what if it actually works out for me? What if I can go through this actually? What if I actually can be a winner in this situation? um what if it's not as it seems? Question yourself in these things. Like, um it's not paradoxical when I say in my videos, question yourself and don't ever question yourself, because question yourself when you are thinking like a victim. Yeah, always question yourself then, but don't question yourself when your intuition is giving you the nudge and the feel and the nudge. I don't say the feeling, because intuition is not a feeling. When it's giving you the nudge, when it's giving you the information, trust your intuition. But question yourself when you have these thoughts of worry and lack mindset. Question yourself then, because that's not real. Before I continue, make sure to like this video. As I said, it really helps me to reach more people so that I can help more people. And the more of us is here, the more we can really raise our consciousness. We do help others around us. And just by just by raising your consciousness, just by changing your mindset about this situation, do you know how many people you're going to help? You're going to influence everyone around you. Everyone will see the change. Everyone will ask you, oh, but what are you doing? How are you doing this? Like everybody will see the change. Everybody will ask you. Change yourself, because you are either polluting the planet, as I said in my first video here on my channel. You are either polluting the planet or you're helping the planet. Which one is going to be? Because if you just stay in this victim mentality and you just pollute with your darkness, I mean, don't feel bad about yourself, but in the same time, this is your responsibility, like, to change this. I'm so I don't want to say sick and tired, but like, we need more warriors here, on this channel. I mean, on this channel we have, but like in general. And that's why I really am really passionate for these people who are coming here, and I want more and more, because this is what the planet needs. It needs people like you to really shift their mindset, to raise in their consciousness, to help others. Hey buddy, you can change your perspective. Sometimes you don't even need to say anything, but when you change, people see that you're changed, and you're just healing them with your changed energy. You are healing others. So I do need you here, and share this video with like-minded people and the ones that need to change. The first one that I want to say, that it's so easy to feel like a victim. Like, it's so easy. Everyone can do that. Like, no one is special. You're not special if you say, oh, I suffered from. Everybody suffered. And it's so hard, I know, to become aware. Hey, I am just feeling like a victim because it's easier, and because this is how I get attention. What intention? I don't know. Attention. And for me, when I first realized that I was actually wallowing, or how do you say, like, taking a bath in my own self misery and feeling sorry for myself, and the more someone hurt me, I actually was happy, because I could say that they hurt me, so that I could get the love and attention from others that I was actually lacking in myself. It was hard to look in the mirror and to realize that. I'm not saying that this is easy. If it was easy, everybody would be on this journey of personal development and spiritual awakening. But people choose not to, because it is hard. It is hard to take a good look at yourself and say, hey, yes, I am kind of searching for this attention. But I'm telling you, when you realize that you can stop doing that and you can admit to yourself, I am actually lacking the love and attention in myself. I actually don't love myself, but I am going to choose from now on, in every circumstance and everything that happens to me from now until the day that I die, I am going to choose to always try my best to find a way to change my perspective about the way I see things and about the way that I see myself. And this is going to propel you so high. This is going to propel you to create your dream life, your magical life. This is how it is created, by changing your perspective and always seeing yourself as a winner, because the majority of people see themselves as a victim, and majority of people is unhappy. This is the reality. Majority of people is wallowing in this self-pity and throwing themselves self-pity parties over and over again, and repeating the same old cycles, avoiding this inner work that needs to be done. You need to see yourself where you are at the moment. As hard as it is, take a good look at yourself now. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I understand. This is what I was doing before because I didn't know better. And this is what I was doing before because I need this love and I didn't know how to change. But now I know. Now I have the right information and I can finally, change this. And then slowly, slowly you can break the cycle, or fast, depends how you are as a person. Sometimes it takes me a lot of time to change, sometimes I change overnight, it depends. Let me try to do my best. No one is expecting you now to wake up tomorrow and be a completely different version of yourself, but you can say, hey, I choose now, close my mouth, don't say anything. When you see your neighbor and they ask you, hey, how are you? Don't say my back is hurting. Don't say, oh, at work and nobody loves me. Don't say anything. Close your mouth. Remember this message. God knows that you are a winner, and it's time for you to realize that as well. Write down in the comments. This just came to me right now. God knows that I'm a winner, and it's time I realize that myself. That's why, it's saying like God favors the brave, because yeah, you are in your core divine and brave and can achieve. That's why it feels good, because this is who you are at your core. That's why all these other conditions and patterns and beliefs that doesn't serve you, they don't feel right, because that's not who you are. And it's time to remember and to awaken to your inner power, to remember who you are, that you are a winner. Just by being alive, you are already a winner. And this is a path, of spiritual awakening, is coming back home and remembering your true power, your true nature, and who you are at your core. Releasing all these conditions, releasing all these stories, breaking free from all this victim mentality and coming back home. And it's not always easy, it's very painful actually, but it's really worth it. It's really worth it. So take a good look at yourself at the moment. Admit to yourself. I admit to myself. I think it was 2 days ago. I was like, why? And I was crying here in my bed, and I was saying, I'm so tired. I'm so tired, God. And I was just crying. And that's why I say, when these emotions arise, you need to feel them in order to heal them. So whatever anger and sadness comes, welcome it. But then I had this realization, and I was like, Irena, it's again so easy to say, I am the victim in this situation and I feel tired. But it's so much harder to be a winner and to say, hey, how can I actually change this situation? It takes a winner to win. Write down in the comments, it takes a winner to win. You need to be a winner to win. You need to have mindset of a winner in order to win. And by the way, from the 1st of April, I'm going to start with my program, 3 months program from victim to winner. This is going to help you to finally shift your self-image. Awaken to your inner power is the name of the program. After this program, you're going to shift your self-image and you're going to realize, you're going to remember your inner power. You're going to release your conditions. You're going to heal all these patterns, break the cycles, break free, and finally embrace the inner power that you had all along, so that this inner power and wisdom can help you consciously create your experiences in life. So if you're interested to learn more, there is my email in the box description down below. I'm going to be using hypnosis as well. I'm going to hypnotize you to break from these old patterns. There is my email in the box description down below. You can write to me. We can schedule a call and see if you are the right fit for this, because it's not for everybody. You need to want to change. It's not enough to just think, oh, this video is interesting or this girl is lovely. You need to want to change. You need to be so sick of your circumstances and so sick of your situation that you're like, I just want to finally change this image that I have on myself, this feeling of unworthiness, of feeling like a victim. I am done with it. I want to step into my power fully, and I want to live my life with purpose and meaning, with feeling worthy, feeling and remembering my inner power, my true nature. You need to be ready for that. It's not for everybody. So if you feel chosen to, then please do it. But if there is a hesitation and fear and you are not ready for this, then please don't, waste my time and your time, because this is only for people who are ready to finally shift and change their self-image and to remember their inner power that they have. Back to the topic. The first point I already said, it's so easy to feel like a victim. Everybody's doing it. Always remember that it's the easy path. Okay, it's the easy path. On the long run, it's not the easy path, of course. It's the hardest path. But in the short run, it's the easy path. And the majority of people is choosing the easy path. So don't be like majority of people. Always choose to be different, because different is always better. Okay. Number one. Number two, I already said that. Don't be like a majority of people. Universe is not testing you. God or universe or spirit or divine is sending you a lesson. And it all comes down to, as I said before, it all comes down to trust and faith. So whatever you're going through, if, for example, you want to manifest a perfect match and you met one person and the second person and the third person, and you keep feeling like, oh my gosh, God, are you already gonna give me what I'm searching for? And you're losing hope. This is exactly the time when you cannot lose your hope. This is exactly the one moment where you need to have your faith the most. Because this is a lesson for you, something needs to be learned. One of them for sure is how to have even more faith into divine, how to have even more trust in yourself. For sure, that is a lesson. It's all coming down to, as I said, awakening to who you actually are and having more faith and more trust. Because when you awaken, you do have more faith. So just remember, there is something for me to learn here. How can I look at this situation and look at it from a different perspective? There is something for me to learn here. You can embrace it and just stop doing that already. Stop looking back at your life and repeating over and over and over, but this person wasn't for me, and this person wasn't for me, and this person wasn't for me. So how, Irena, God is actually giving me? Stop doing that. You're not doing yourself any good by feeling like a victim, by staying in those feelings of anger and prolonging this. You are not helping anyone, especially yourself. You're not doing yourself any good. There is nobody that is going to come to save you. There is no one that is going to come to save you. God, universe, source is saving you when you first save yourself. This is how it works. You first need to choose yourself, and then God helps you. But if you stay in this lack mentality and victim mentality, spirit cannot reach you. You can imagine it like that. Like the guidance cannot reach you because you're just in the darkness. You cannot see the love and support that is there for you from the spiritual realm. So staying in this victim and just repeating and saying, but this happened and this happened and this happened, you're just getting maybe attention from some people who are in the same boat as you. That's all. That's about everything that you're getting. And repeating same old. You need to step away from that and realize, I learned something from these mistakes. I learned something from these patterns. And now it's the time for me to break them. Now is the time for me to feel like a winner because I am a winner. It all comes down to self-love. Love yourself now, in these circumstances, in this 3D reality now. Forgive yourself already. Move past your past. It's done. It's over. It doesn't even exist. It's not real. It's just a story in your mind. You can release the baggage. Because this is the victim. It's like also you're punishing yourself in a way by staying in this victim mentality. But when you choose to love yourself, to forgive yourself, you can finally shift this. And I want you to always, always, in every circumstance, have this mindset of, I don't know how, I don't know when, I really don't know how, but I am gonna go past this. I am gonna find a way that is gonna be beneficial for me, my family, my community, my people, and the world in general. Because perspective creates experiences. Write down in the comments, perspective creates experiences. That's why we have some people who have been through so much sexual abuse as a children, even from their parents, like horrible, horrible traumas and things that have happened to them. They shift the perspective. They chose to see what happened to them as a story of a winner, not a story of a victim. And then we have those people who have been cheated on. And for 20 years, she or he is repeating, I have been cheated on. I have been cheated on. Okay, move past it already. No one is coming to pat you on the back except those ones who are in the same boat as you. But this is a wake-up call for you. It's a wake-up call. If you don't choose to choose yourself, no one is going to choose you. Practice that I want you to do from now on, after you finish this video. There is an object you have. For example, I wear rings. I want you to, every time when you feel like you want to complain and you feel like you're getting in this victim mentality and feeling sorry for yourself, I want you to become aware of the moment. Take that object and move it on another hand. This is one way to do this practice. You can choose. There are two ways. One way. The other way to do this practice is to write on a piece of paper, I am a winner in every situation. Take this piece of paper with you everywhere. Every time you feel like you want to complain, every time you feel like you want to feel sorry for yourself, take this piece of paper out and read this sentence. If you can read it out loud, that's even better. But these practices, and please do them, like this video is nothing if you don't implement what I teach, if you don't actually change something. Like all my channel is for nothing if you just watch me here and you just enjoy, to hear some nice things. It's nothing if you don't implement what I teach. On my channel, I have so many messages, so many practices, rituals, exercises. I have playlists for you where you can educate yourself on manifestation and consciousness and spiritual awakening. So there is so many things from you to learn, but you need to actually do the work in order for all of this to work out for you. And now we go to the final thing, which is the 5 beliefs that every winner has. First belief, there is always a way out. This is a belief you want to have. There is always a way out. One practice that you can do here is to visualize the worst case scenario and then let it go. When you do that, when you visualize the worst case scenario, you make peace with it, then you can detach from the outcome. And then you attract what you actually want. There is always a way out. When you make peace with the worst case scenario, You don't care anymore. You are detached, and now you can move on. Second belief, I am always divinely guided and supported. This is a belief that every winner has. They believe in something grander than themselves. They believe that there is a spiritual realm, spiritual guides, God, universe, source that is guiding them through all of it. And when you have such a faith and you have such a belief, it's much easier to get out of the victim mentality, because you know that there is no such a thing as coincidence and everything actually happens for a reason. So there is a soul lesson that you need to learn in all of this. Your soul has chosen this path to learn something. Okay. Third, slow and steady wins the race is a third belief that every winner has. We are not here to achieve something tomorrow. We are not here to, get rich tomorrow, or get everything on a plate, on a silver plate. That's not how it works. Slow and steady wins the race. You want to build strong foundations as a winner. Every winner knows that they need to prepare, they need to work on themselves in order to actually be a winner, not just on short and one race, but to actually be a winner on the longer run, on the life race. You need to have those foundations, and foundations are healing. When I say foundations, I mean healing, mindset, intuition, faith. These are the foundations in yourself, in your internal world, that will then help you to always be a winner. The fourth belief is every mistake is a lesson. There is no such a thing as a failure. Every time you fail, you actually learn something. So the more times you can fail, the more lessons you can learn. Every successful person, highly successful person, the one thing that is different with them and with those ones who are very unsuccessful or whatever in that area, I mean, I don't even want to say somebody is very unsuccessful, like that's so crazy, but you get the gist what I'm trying to say. The difference is that this person has failed many, many more times than this person. That is the only difference. People often say, I'm afraid of failure, but you're already failing. If you're sitting in your room and you're not using your talents, my love, you are already failing. This is failing. But you going out and being called out names, like the things that I endured being on social media, it's crazy, but it's a part of the journey. Or um, as I told you once, that I had this like a workshop and then nobody showed for my workshop, and I felt like I am such a failure. This is a lesson for me to learn. The more workshops that I have or don't have because no one shows up, it's actually a lesson I can learn. Hey, I need to change this about my mindset. Hey, I need to change this about my approach or something. So it's a lesson. The more times you can fail, the closer you are to your goals. And this also applies to your partner. If you're someone in a search of a partner, and you feel like every and each and every single one of them is not for you, I don't want you to feel this path as if you're going away from your right partner, but as if you are kissing the frogs, or how it goes, you kiss many frogs and then you come to the prince. This is actually what's happening, because every person, I'm so passionate about this. Every person that you meet is teaching you something about yourself, and you're learning something, and you are gathering information on what you actually want from a partner. So always look at these things as if you're getting closer to the goal. Or if even if it's like a job and you're losing jobs and moving from one job to another, don't look at this as a failure, but look at this, I'm gathering information on what it is that I actually want to do in my life. How do I want to approach my work life, my career? What is my purpose here on earth? How do I want to work? Do I want to work with colleagues, or alone, or at home, or in a company? Like, these are all the things that you're gathering information on and lessons on. So every mistake, every failure is a lesson. And the fourth one, being a winner is a mindset. This is the most important thing, that every belief, every winner has this belief. They know, they are aware that being a winner is a mindset. What I mean by this, you will always endure pain and you will always have loss in your life. This is a part of the journey that we have as humans. You cannot avoid this by any means, never. But you can choose to have this mindset in every given situation to say, I am a winner. If you made it so far, you for sure are a winner. So write down in the comments, I am a winner. If you made it so far, I know that you are. I know that this message was meant to find you today. There was something in it and something resonated with you. And you can even share your story if you want. But the moral of the story is whatever you endured, again, I do feel sorry and I don't want anybody to suffer. I know how suffering feels, but suffering is also a choice. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. That is one of the best sayings I ever heard, is that you can choose to find a different perspective and stop yourself from suffering, because as I said, no one is coming to save you until you save yourself and choose yourself. No one is going to choose you until you choose yourself. Only the people who are in the same boat, as I said previously, but this is not what you want. Okay. So again, if you feel like this message is for you, if you feel like you're ready to awaken to your power within, to shift your self-image from someone who feels unworthy or maybe scared to do the things that they want, to pursue their passion, to pursue their purpose, and you want to become a winner in every situation and awaken the power within, remember who you actually are and have this powerful self image and worthiness so that you can consciously create experiences in your life and pursue your passions and purpose, then definitely join me for my 3 months program, which is going to be so transformational for you. And I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. You can schedule a call, as I said, in the box description down below. Guys, I really hope this was powerful. I felt burning inside while I was teaching and sharing this knowledge with you and this wisdom, and most importantly, sharing my experience with this, because I know how it feels. I was there once. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, my conscious family. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. So, so, so grateful. And if you want to connect every day, I have an Instagram, which I opened recently also in English. And you can, yeah, there is also in the description box down below. But that will be it. Stay conscious and remember to have fun.